Hey guys, today we have a BMW 640i maintenance wash. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks.
What's up, Joel? Another day, another dollar, man?
Another day, another dollar. Sun's barely coming up.
Yeah.
Getting that early start, rise and shine, what I like to say.
All right, how many cars you doing today?
We got two. We have this maintenance vehicle here. Well, I just did a one-step paint correction on it about a month ago, so this is the first maintenance first maintenance appointment. And then the second vehicle we have is going to be a Chevy Silverado, a new purchase. So he just got it from the dealership. I don't know if it's brand new or used, but he wants us to have it all detailed out and feeling nice and clean for him.
All right, man. And let me ask you a question. So you only offer one package, the $299, but for repeat customers, you offer a maintenance package.
Yes, if they decide after the $199 for the first-time clients, if they decide they want to go through with the maintenance package, that's monthly. It takes care of the interior and exterior, no engine, no kind of polishing. I do offer one polish per year for them, a one-step complimentary. And I usually do that after the winter, so going into the sunny season. But that ranges anywhere from 75 to 110, depending on the size of the vehicle.
All right, so you say they have to be on that package once a month. What if they get the maintenance and then they stop a month and then they'll be like, Joel, I want to come back to the maintenance, man. I miss you.
Yeah, depending on how long it's been and the condition of the vehicle, then obviously it's gonna, the price may change. If the car's garaged, if the car's garaged and it's well maintained, and maybe it's a vehicle that they don't drive all the time, then we can come, sometimes I'll come back and say, oh yeah, it's no problem. And sometimes my clients will leave, if they gotta leave for work for a month or something, or I have a couple clients that are firefighters, so sometimes they have to go work in the hills for a while. And when they come back, I just jump right back into it. I don't charge them any extra. But all the clients also know that if they go on a road trip, or if they have, if they go camping, or there's excess sand or dirt or anything in the vehicle, there's going to be an extra cost on that. But I usually don't charge too much for those extras for my maintenance clients. She was taking it to car wash. Well, they say they detail, but
This customer?
yeah, she was getting a bunch of swirl marks in it because swirl marks are, we all know how they're caused either by improper washing or drying techniques. This was her husband's vehicle, and they were thinking about selling it, but then the wife said, she kind of fell in love with the vehicle, so she kept it. But they were having it washed at a local car detail wash, and they were inflicting swirl marks into it, and over time it just got to the point where it had gotten a bit overwhelming, for her to look at, where she was like, the paint doesn't look the same, it doesn't have the same level of saturation in the color and the clarity. It looks kind of cloudy. So I told her, came out, did a test spot for her. We went through with the one-step correction, and I put the graphene spray sealant on it. So now it's really protected. If you notice, all the foams, it just beads right off, and during the rinse, you'll see the water just fall off. So this thing's protected pretty well, and yeah, we're gonna keep it looking good for the next few years to come. It's a garage-kept vehicle, so it's in good condition, but we want to keep it looking its best.
Hey, Joel, let me ask you.
Yes.
I'm sure I've noticed you've been taking a lot of clients from car washes. What's the number one complaint customers have about those car washes? That it leaves swirls, scratches?
Yeah, most of my clients are very picky. So usually when they when they go somewhere or it's their first, first time with me, doing their car, their main concern is that somebody's taking good care of their vehicle. Sometimes they'll see, they happen to, walk outside while their car is being washed at the other places, and they'll see the type of towels that they're using or the methods that they're using, or they're being rough with their vehicle. It's usually the manner in which they're washing the vehicle or they're treating the vehicle that they're most concerned about. So when they see, when I come out here, I do more of a gentle wash. I'm not doing a deep scrub on anything unless it needs it. But a vehicle such as this, it's it's looking nice. It's there's no need to.
You got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
There's no need to no need to go heavy on it. No need to apply tons of pressure. You want the paint looking great, and you want to make sure that it's treat it like it's a luxury vehicle. So treat it like one. So I think when the clients see the way that we treat the vehicles, that kind of seals the deal for them. What's that?
Detailing cars.
Yes.
For a business car.
Yeah, of course. Let me grab you one. There you go. And we operate 7 days a week. Have a good day.
All right, Joe, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
That guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted, he asked, hey, you guys detailing cars?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, we just chilling.
Yeah.
But anyways, what he asked?
He asked, well, he didn't really ask. He kind of told me. He said, "Oh, so you're detailing cars?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "So you're doing Armor All," and English was a second language. He said, "So you're doing Armor All and shampooing the floors?" I said, "Well, this vehicle we're just doing a maintenance. So we're doing an exterior wash with the wax sealant, and then we're doing the interior vacuum and deep cleaning." And he said, "Oh, well, how much for And I said, well, depending on the size of the vehicle. I told him the price for sedans, and I told him this for coupes and sedans. I told him the price for cars, vans, trucks, and SUVs. And he just said, "Oh, okay." And I told him we operate 7 days a week, and we come to your home or office. And that was pretty much it.
Can you tell when a person is not gonna go with you, or you never know?
You know what? I'm pretty good. I would say about 80% of the time I'll know if the client, if it's a potential client or if it's just somebody that's not interested once they hear the price point, or maybe it's just a service that they're not that interested in. But usually if they stop speaking, after they ask about like the first question, then they're not really interested. But I have had some call me later on, but.
What about that guy?
That guy, I would say it's, you never know. You never know. You never know. So I hate to say, oh, I don't think I'll hear from that guy again. I might hear from him tomorrow. You never know. He may drive by and see the car a little bit later and be like, man, like a lot of people do that. A lot of neighbors that come by, especially if especially if the car is like, has been sitting for a while and they're like, oh yeah, it just needs a detail. I don't really drive it much and it's kind of messed up. We did a white Chevy truck that was, it was the son's, and then the son gave it to the dad, and it kind of sat in the driveway for a long time. And we had neighbors driving by as we were working on the car. It took us about 3 hours to finish the truck, but by the time we were done, we had about 3 or 4 neighbors stop and ask us, because they see that car every day. Yeah. So they saw the full, and a couple of them were driving by like, oh man, good luck with that, as they were driving by. And by the time we were done, they were like, hey man, can I get your card? So it's always good to make friends with the neighbors or just say hello, because they're going to be seeing your work. So, there's a lot of times where the neighbors will come over and ask, the client, hey, who did your car? It looks great. I saw them out there early in the morning, but I had to go to work. Can you give me a card? So it's always good to, network with whoever's around you, if they're walking their dog or going to the mailbox or whatever. Always be friendly, and, just always look good, pretty much, because you never know who's watching.
Hey, this interior, man. How are your maintenance ones? They're pretty good.
Yeah, we keep them pretty. This is why people don't let us go when we do maintenance. Like maintenance clients, it's hard to let something go that looks like this, because as soon as you take it somewhere else, it's gonna look like a completely different car. Have you ever had your car stolen?
No.
If anybody out there has ever had their car stolen, you get it back, it's not the same car. You almost don't even want to drive it. It's like, man, this thing has been violated.
Yeah.
This thing has been, who knows what this thing has gone through, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing when people, when you service a vehicle, you know, people take it really personally, you know, especially if this is a gorgeous car, you know, like the owner doesn't want to leave it in the hands of anybody. So most of my clients are very, very picky. Like I, stated in one of my first videos, my clients are very, very picky people. And, there's a certain expectation that I have to hold. It's even hard for me to, if I'm out of town or I'm on vacation or I'm taking some time off, it's hard for me to even refer anybody because the times I have done it, they haven't given the same level of attention or care to the vehicle. So at that point, I just kind of said, you know what, I would rather it go a little bit longer and I'll take care of it later when I get back, even if it's a little bit more dirty than usual.
Have you ever recommended anybody before? And how did it go? Did they bite you or did they just not do your level of job before?
I've recommended before, and because I stopped doing RVs and boats for a while because it was just too time consuming. And it is a lot of work. Gel coats are a whole different process, especially when they want polishing. So I referred a couple people for longtime clients of mine, and I still service their vehicles, but I wasn't interested in servicing their RVs or their boats. And on 2 occasions, I recommended somebody, and it was 2 different clients, and they flat out told me, they said, that guy, I can't have him work again. So and every time I would go to service their vehicles every month, they would ask, can you please make an exception and take care of my trailer? Or will you please make the exception and, take care of my boat? So I have a few clients where I still take care of their boats and their RVs, and I keep them in really good condition. We did do, the spray graphene coating on them to help, with the cleaning, to make it a lot easier. Same thing this guy has on it, but yeah, that was the last time I'd made any kind of recommendations for. It's a very hard thing to do. Every detailer is different. Everybody's idea of a detail is different, and everybody's expectations are held to different standards. So my clients do have really high standards, and I'm sure there's detailers out there, but a lot of them want the convenience. A lot of them are working from home or they're gone, and there's a trust factor there too. A lot of my clients sometimes aren't even home. Sometimes the car's just there, or they're like, okay, here's keys are over here. Go ahead, pull the car out, pull it back in, or whatever. Some of my clients are like, oh, go inside, the bathroom's right there if you need it. It's that type of relationship that I have with my clients. So it's kind of hard to replace.
Like the last guy, yesterday's guy. He's like, hey, you guys get thirsty, hungry, or something?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. People are like, hey man, there's beer in the fridge. Help yourself. Like, I would say about 80% of my clients are like that, where it's a good relationship. The trust has been built. Once that trust is built, then at that point it's just kind of a wrap. There's no more disputing anything, and that's how you get the top tier clientele, and that's how you keep getting your name out further, because they're going to tell their friends. People are going to see this car, ask, oh, who takes care of your car? Their friends, family. If they're any way that their car gets mentioned, I'm pretty sure my name is going to be attached to it.
How you feeling, Joel? How's everything, man?
I'm good. Just about done finishing up the glass. Then I gotta just hit all the piano black and shiny surfaces here with the nice protecting, give it that gloss, and take away the fingerprints. I already got the residue from the interior cleaner off. Now I just gotta give it the finishing touches. Vacuum's done. Yeah, we just gotta make it look nice now. That's it.
All right. Joel. What's the last step, man? You put in that bean maker?
Yeah, just hitting it with the bead maker, the special sauce right here, and then we're done. And it's a wrap. We're just making sure that we get all this stuff off the grill. If there's any additional little stubborn bugs that made it through the wash process. And yeah, just putting a little bit of extra protection on it. Help it with the shine. It already has a graphene on it, but this is gonna help with the protecting that also. We're just layering it. Doesn't really need it, but I just like to top everything with bead maker. Gives it a nice shine. All right, guys, we're all finished up with the BMW 640i. I hope some of the tips that we gave helped out for you in your future details. And remember, we offer the one-on-one coaching, link in the description. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe.